Now 6:25, a new study released by the CDC this week offers more proof that heroin use is on the rise. The report shows heroin use in the U.S. increased a whopping 63% from 2002 through 2013. Heroin-related deaths are up nearly 200%. Those at the highest risk for heroin abuse are people between the ages of 18 and 25. So why are more people turning to heroin, and how can you spot the warning signs in your child? Here's Gina now with more on that.
All right, Stephen, thank you. Joining me this morning is Gloria Howard. She's the Chief Operating Officer for Alethea House. We thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Well, thank you for having me.
So help us understand, why are so many people turning to heroin?
Well, we don't like pain. So say, for instance, you bump your knee on something. Our bodies have a chemical, mu opioid, that will help us seek relief from that pain. It's natural. We don't have to take a pill for it. But say you have back surgery or knee surgery and that pain is more intense, then you may start using prescription drugs. The doctor may give you some Loratab or something to help you through that. Well, imagine if you take the natural chemical that we already have and then you add heroin or Loratabs or another opioid. Then you're going to get this intense rush of pleasure.
Okay, so you're saying there's a link between people who may abuse prescription pain medicine and those who turn to heroin for faster, quicker relief.
We don't like pain.
Okay.
We, as a people, we just don't like pain.
Is it a cheaper drug too?
It's much cheaper. Heroin is probably 5 times cheaper than a prescription painkiller.
Wow. So why are so many people ODing on this drug then?
Well, if you get a prescription from your doctor, the prescription will say how much to take and when to take it. When you're using heroin, you don't know what you're getting. You're ingesting it more quickly. It slows down your heart rate depending on the intensity of what you've taken. And if your heart slows down enough, you could either go into a coma or you could die.
So it sounds like when you're buying it off the street, you don't know what intensity you're getting.
You have no idea.
Okay, as a parent, my biggest fear is that my child will use drugs. You can tell them, stay away from drugs, it's not working. What are some of the early warning signs parents can look out for? And what is the key to keeping kids off drugs?
Well, I think education is the key, and just really helping our children understand that it's okay to communicate when we're not feeling well. It's okay to communicate when things are bothering us, because that's a huge part of it. But some of the warning signs are you start noticing behavioral changes. There are some physical changes that you notice. I mean, if you're using heroin or other painkillers, you're probably not eating properly. You may start having, if you're older, you may start having some financial problems because you're spending all of your money trying to get to the drug. So I think the key to not using is just to help our young people and adults understand that there are behavioral therapies that we can use to help us to help us cope with our issues.
All right, Gloria from Alethea House, one organization that definitely helps people in need. We appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, Stephen, back to you.